Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for my new subscribers. Thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you guys so much for your support, for helping me with the channel. Thank you so much. So this is going to be part two, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to do pagination. If you guys haven't seen the video, so you guys can start watching from here the demo, and then this is going to be part one. And this is the actual application right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to add up the pagination on the bottom over here. Okay. So in order to get here, you guys can watch, the previous video, which is going to be over here. But anyways, I am going to open my, I already have it. I'm sorry. I'm going to show you guys where we left off right here. I was gonna say, let me go ahead and open Visual Studio 2019, but I already got it open. All right, so this is where we left off. The application, it's calling it external API, and I'm populating all the data here, and yep, right there. So let's get onto the project, guys. All right, so the very first thing I'm going to do is I am going to declare two more properties here. I am going to declare one is going to be index, and this one I'm going to set it up to 0. I'm going to create another one for pages, and this one is going to be anti-array. And here I am going to create two functions. This one is going to be init, stands for initialize. So I'm going to create this function here, and then I'm going to create another one. This one's going to be called setup UI, and this one is going to be another function, and for now we're going to leave it blank. So now let's go all the way to the bottom, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do window. We're going to add up the event listener, and I am going to this one here I am going to call the load, and I am going to pass the init function, which is the one that I just created up here, which is over here. Yep, right there. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to go ahead and create the buttons. So I'm going to do it. I'm over here. So I am going to go ahead and create the buttons on it. So, okay. So here I want to do is I want to create a function, which is going to be, I'm going to call this one constant display buttons. Just like that. And here I am going to pass couple of parameters, which is going to be btn container. The next one is going to be pages. This is the one we just created up here. Pages, let me show you. Right here, pages. Okay, and then I am going to pass another one, which is going to be, it's going to be called active index. And I am going to use the array function here, and I am going to, so I'm going to do this array function here. Here I am going to create the buttons. This one I'm going to call it BTNs, and this one I am going to call the pages, and I'm going to use the map. And here I am going to use an arrow function again. And here I am going to pass underline, comma, I'm going to pass page index. These two parameters are going to pass. So then I want to do a return, and the buttons on it, I'm going to pass them here. So I'm going to do button, and I'm going to give it a class. This one is going to be called page dash btn, and I'm going to pass, it's going to be active index, and if it's equal to page index, just like that. Or in case it's active btn, or it's not, or it's null, So then here I'm going to close that up, and I am going to use data index, and this one's going to be equal to, as here, I'm going to pass page index again, and I'm going to go ahead and close that. And now I can go ahead and pass page index, and I want to add 1 to it. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and close the button. Close up just like that. And now we're gonna do the same thing we did here. So we're gonna do btns, and we want to push this one. We want to push a new. We're gonna push a new button, which is gonna be okay. So we're gonna press a new button, and then here we're gonna do btn container, and we're going to do inner HTML, and it's going to be equal to btn.join. And see how over here we got join. We do the same thing up here. So, oh, almost forgot. Here we got to give it a class. And this one is going to be called preview-btn. And let's pass preview. Okay. So now that we have those two, so now we got to go ahead and declare it. Now it's not going to do anything. So, oh, display buttons is supposed to be. And here we're going to pass btn container. We're going to pass pages, and we're going to pass the index. So we're grabbing almost the same thing this here. All right, so we have that, we have that. So now we got to create the paginate. So we're going to do another one here. So here we're going to pass the products property, actually product property. And we're going to do again the arrow function here. And we're going to create 3 different properties here. So it's going to be items per page. How many items we want per page? I just want 10. So then we're going to do another one, which is going to be numbers. Hold on 1 second. Here, we're going to create this one, numbers of pages. And this one, we're going to use the map and then seal. And we're going to pass the product, the length. We want to know the length. And this one, we want to divide it by the items per page. Then we're going to create another one, which is going to be new product. And here, what we're going to do is we want to pass a new array. And we want to graph the length of numbers of pages. Oh, wait, what did it just do? Number, supposed to be number. What we're trying to do is we're trying to graph this here, numbers. We want to do is that the length, numbers of pages. And here we're going to do the arrow function again. And we want to grab the index. And we're going to create a property here, which is going to be called start. And this one's going to be index times items per page. So items per page, we want to multiply that. And what you want to do now, we want to return. You want to return the products, and you want to use the slide, and you want to pass the start. So if you hover over and a slide requires a number, the end number, and a string. So you want to do the start plus items items for page. And then we have that, then we can return new product. Okay. So we have that, All right, so let me, okay, so we have declared that. Okay, so now we're gonna go up here, right up here where we created these. So now we're gonna add up an event listener again. So we're gonna add up an event listener for the click. So we're gonna grab btn container. We're gonna add up an event listener, and we're gonna listen for the click event, and we're gonna pass a function. And this one's gonna be, so here we're gonna do a if statement. So if a target, we're gonna look for class list contains. Wait, did I spell that right? Contains, like that. So if it contains this class, which is going to be our CSS, btn container, we want to return. So the CSS class, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share in the bottom of the video so you guys can grab it. So let me see. So I am going to share that with you guys. So see btn container right here. So if it contains that, so I'm going to go ahead and share that with you guys. So this is already added up to my CSS. So I'll go ahead and I'm going to share that with you in the bottom of the video, all that, so you guys can grab it. All right, so let's go back over here. So here, I'm going to pass another if statement. So here, if the target class list contains page btn, what we want to do is we want to grab the index, and we want to do the parse in. And here we want to do is the target data set the index. So if we console log this, select the index, let me see what it does. All right, let me see what it does. All right, so if we console log, actually we have to console log it outside here so we can get on. Let's do it over here. See what we get. We go ahead and reload this. Go back to console. Oh, it's still inside the, we have to do it outside this if statement. See this. Okay, so we get a 0. All right, so that's usually where it starts. All right, so now that we have that, we're going to create another if statement. So if target class list, and do again contains, what we want to contain is the next button. So it's going to be next btn. And here, if it contains the next button, what we're going to do is we're going to add up a 1. So it's going to be index. So, and then we want to do if index is greater than the page's length -1. What we want to do is we want to make the index page back to 0. Okay, so that's for that. That's for the next for the next button. So now we want to do another one. So if target class list contains, this one we want to do the preview.btn. So if it contains this, what we want to do is we want to do index minus. Then we want to do if index, it's less than 0. So what we want to do is we want to make the index equals pages, the length minus 1. Okay, and then that's for the buttons. All right, so now we can actually go here to the init. So we want to do is we want to make that async, and you want to create another constant, which is going to be products. And here you want to go ahead and await this, and you want to go ahead and load the products, which is coming from over here. So products. So we want to go ahead and pass it inside the init. So then you also want to pass the pages, and this one you want to make it equal to paginate. Paginate. And what do you want to pass? You want to go ahead and pass these products. So products. And then let's go back over here to the one where it says setup. Setup here, you want to pass the products here, and you want to pass the pages, and you want to also pass the index, and also the buttons on it. So the buttons, it's going to take three parameters, which is going to be btn container, it's going to be the pages, and it's going to be the index. Okay, so that's that. So now we can go ahead and grab this function here, and we can pass it in there. So setup UI, we also got to pass it over here. Setup UI. Okay. Let's get rid of the index. The console log index. Let's go ahead and save it, and I'm going to go ahead and build that. Oh, and another thing I would notice here, I messed up over here. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be parentheses there. All right, so that's fixed. Okay. Let me look at the application, make sure all right, let me go ahead and build it, and let's see if we have any errors. Okay, let's see what we get. It says we can now read the properties of undefined. All right, so display, let's go to the bottom. Okay, so it cannot be, and it says line 147. All right, let's go ahead and look at that. Okay, so if we look over here, 147, it says it's undefined, and it's somewhere here. It says display products, setup UI. All right, so if we look at the code, there's nothing 147. So let me see, make sure I did not misspell anything. Okay, let me see, button index, class list contains. Let me take a look over here. Saying about the map. It's over here, my problem. See, little misspelling. All right, so let me save it now, and I am going to go ahead and reload the page. Okay, so the error is gone. Okay, cool. All right, so it's working perfect. All right, that's very good. All right, guys. So yeah, so that's the pagination right there. Couple of lines of code, very simple, very straightforward. So that's that, guys. All right, cool, guys. So hopefully you guys like the video. What I'm gonna do is I am gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this one into its own file. So I am gonna go ahead and copy all of this. And I am gonna go ahead and go here to this Solution Explorer. And I am gonna go over here. I am going to create a new one. And I am going to create a new item. Click on that. And let me look for JavaScript. Okay, so here I'm going to call this one external API. All right, so I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy all of that. All right, cool. So now we can actually go here. And I'm gonna go ahead and do source and go click on the folder, and I am gonna click on that. And the application should still work. All right, go ahead and save it. Yeah, still working. Perfect. Previous. Yep, that's that. All right, cool. All right, guys. So that is it for this video, guys. All right. Hopefully you guys had enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to continue watching the part 3, which is going to be, I'm going to show you guys how to create a controller. So in other words, we're going to be creating more pages so we can go ahead and do and we also want to use this SQL Server to, not SQL Server, SQLite. You can use SQL Server too, but that's going to be part 3. We're going to create more links. We're going to be able to create an admin and also a user interface. So these links here are going to be able to work, all these. So stay tuned for the next video, and we're going to continue working on this e-commerce website. So this is just part 2. All right, guys. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys. Thank you.